it's Mel and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since gumawa ako ng isang sit-down video because me and Ken were very busy for the past few days and months na din. But I decided na since naging witness na rin naman kayo ng aking K1 journey, might as well share the good news sa inyo guys. Alam ko naman na may idea na kayo kasi yun sa thumbnail ko, but then I would like to personally share with you the very good news and isang milestone yung na-achieve namin ni Ken, and finally na-approve na yung ano ko guys, yung aking adjustment of status. Yay! So dumating na yung ano ko guys, yung aking green card, and hindi ko in-expect na ganun kadali kasi yung timelines is paiba-iba. Usually sa mga nakakita at nababasa ko, more than 4 months, or yung iba is took them almost a year or more than a year para ma-process yung adjustment of status nila. But for me, it took me 3 months lang guys, a little over 3 months. Actually 3 months and 1 day. But ayun, hindi ko in-expect, and sobrang happy lang talaga kasi leap of faith. Hindi kami nag-hire ng lawyer, so it was all DIY, and then walang RFE guys, walang request for evidence, and waived na rin yung interview. So sobrang smooth, sobrang thankful ako kasi sobrang smooth ng process for us. And gusto kong i-share lang sa inyo yung yung timeline ko. Actually, yung USCIS kasi is nag-increase sila ng fees noong April 1st, 2024. So, naisipan namin ni Ken, habulin na lang natin yung yung na before siya mag-fee increase kasi sobrang laki ng ng difference. So kahit medyo ipit sa oras, parang pinush talaga namin guys na ma-file namin before mag-fee increase. So awa naman ng Diyos, naging smooth ang lahat. And so ito yung timeline namin. Bali nag-send kami ng packet March 26, 2024. So a few days before mag-end of the month. So, pinush talaga namin guys. And then, naka-receive kami ng NOA 1. It was March 28, 2024. And then, yung aking biometrics schedule was on May 2nd, 2024. So, immediately after my biometrics is nag-change agad yung status to case actively being reviewed or case actively reviewed. Parang ganon. And then, noong May 24, within the month lang, na-approve yung aking combo card, which is yung EAD, yung Employment Authorization Document, and then yung Advance Parole. So, May 24th yun. And then, noong June 8th, is nag-card produce na ako after a few days. So, card produce na siya, yung combo card ko. And then, June 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 days after, ano na siya, nag-card on hand, naka-combo card on hand. So, ayun. Sobrang happy ko na nun, guys. And then, parang sabi ko, since meron naman na akong EAD at saka AP, or yung combo card, okay, kaya kong maghintay, or kahit hindi ko na masyadong i-check yung account ko kasi meron naman na akong combo card. So, ayun na nga, medyo naging busy rin kami nung June. Nagbakasyon kami, so parang hindi ko na masyadong naisip yung AOS ko, yung adjustment of status. So, ayun, but a few days, or I think nung day na pauwi na kami dito sa amin from Florida, nakatanggap ako ng text from USCIS na may parang action na ginawa nila sa case ko. So, chinek ko wala namang changes. So that was June 28. Parang Friday ata yun. And then, parang kinakabahan ako kasi baka RFE or hindi natin alam, 'di ba? So, hindi ako mapakali nung nasa airport ata kami noon. Palagi ko nang chine-check yung account ko. Wala pa ring changes. So, sabi ni Ken, wag mo nang alalahanin yan. Approval na yan. So, ayun, tinatry kong hindi ma-bother. So, nung 2 days after, is, yun na nga guys, naka-receive ulit ako ng text message at email from USCIS na may changes silang ginawa sa case ko. So, nung tinignan ko guys, that was June 30, 2024, ayun talaga yung bumungad sa akin nung pag-open ko sa account ko na approve na yung adjustment of status ko, yung form I-485 ko. So, sobrang saya namin yan, guys. And alam niyo naman yung process from K1 up to this, sobrang haba, sobrang daming papel, and medyo nakaka-stress din kasi kailangan mong i-review yung papers paulit-ulit and just to make sure na tama lahat yung pag-fill out mo. So don't worry guys, I'll try my best to upload a video kung paano mag-fill out ng mga some of the USCIS forms like yung I-129F, yung I-134 ata yun, and then yung sa mga documents for the adjustment of status. I'll try my best to upload videos kung paano siya i-fill out para sa inyo. So, ayun guys. So, that was June 30, 2024, yung approval ng aking adjustment of status. So, July 9, nag-card produce na siya, and then July 11, on hand na, card on hand na ako. Tapos, ito nga yung natanggap ko. So, yung card ko nandun, hindi ko kita syempre. And then, kasama nun is yung ito, yung pamphlet nila. So, may mga, yung full document nito is mada-download online kung ano yung mga rights ko as a permanent resident. So, ayun guys, sobrang thankful ko at sobrang happy namin ni Ken, and sobrang pasalamat namin sa Diyos na na binigyan niya kami ng yung gift of wisdom para magawa namin yun na kami-kami lang. And syempre shoutout nga pala sa kaibigan kong si Andy. Pareho kaming nag-undergo ng K1 ng adjustment of status, although mas nauna siya ng konti, ng a few weeks ng pag-file ng adjustment of status. So siya talaga yung tumulong sa akin na kung anong dapat gawin. So very thankful ako sa kanya, and DIY lang kami guys, yun lang talaga, and hindi na kami umabot dun sa fee increase ng USCIS. So ayun lang, and I'm just so happy to share with you the good news, and hopefully kayo naman yung susunod. And if ever may mga tanong kayo, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and try kong sagutin kung ano man yung mga tanong nyo, basta kaya ko lang nasagutin. So, ayun lang guys, and I hope to see you guys on my next one. God bless.